Hey, welcome back, everybody. My name's Patrick. We're doing a follow up here from our webinar earlier this week about our feelings on the bean market and some re ownership ideas. We had some questions on that, so we wanted to follow up. If you missed that initial video, we will have a link to that here at the end. But let's jump right in here. Our soybean outlook right now, this is kind of our thesis, our hypothesis, if you will. You can call it yields, production, whatever. It's going to be, our thought is it's going to be better than expected. Things were rough to get started. We had hot, dry weather. Things changed. I think there's a lot more beans out there than what guys originally expected. Therefore, farmers are likely undersold and they're going to need to sell something at harvest. Our bet is it's going to be beans rather than corn. And so with that comes some extra risk that we're looking to manage and protect. And really what that comes down to is if you have the combination of spec selling and farmer selling simultaneously, that can really be an igniter to the downside, not only on basis, but on futures as well here in the bean market. So what we were explaining earlier this week and what we're looking at is the cost of storage. Okay, you might say, well, I'm just going to put my beans in storage and do this. So your storage costs are about 15 cents a month. We figure you're going to have 5 months of storage out to the March timeframe, so you're looking at about 75 cents worth of storage costs, give or take. Now, consider selling the cash instead and buying a call. And what we want to highlight here is you have November beans at 13.40. You have the March 24 contract around 13.50. So there's only 10 cents worth of carry in the market. And again, on our estimate, you're looking at needing about 75 cents of full carry. Well, if you go to the March board here today, you can buy a 13.40 call, which is actually in the money for about 68 cents. That doesn't include commission. It's going to vary depending on your broker. It's about a penny for us here. So anyways, 68 cents, certainly more affordable than that 75 cents worth of commercial storage that you're going to be paying. And so now how is this going to look, throughout the winter season compared to storage? And that's what this chart here is going to show you. If you re-own this call and we have 1450 futures at expiration, you're going to have a 42-cent gain on that call option, and you're going to have a net sales price of 13.82. On the commercial storage side, if you were to go that route and the March futures were at 1450, you would show a 35-cent gain and about a 13.75 price. So it makes more economic sense to buy these calls, to sell cash and to buy calls at this time or in this example. The other thing you have to consider is your headache factor and risk. And if you followed me for a while, this is very important. So first off, we've got store and ignore. And let's just call it what it is. Guys always have the best intentions, but it ends up becoming store and ignore. You have a much more risk in this store and ignore scenario. You have futures risk, you have basis risk, and then you have storage costs, which are defined at 75 cents, but nonetheless, it is a risk. If you go this cash sale and re-own with a call route, the only risk that you're going to have is the premium risk, which is still a defined amount at 68 cents. Since you're making that cash sale, you're setting the futures price as well as the basis. Now, you could argue that maybe your basis could go up, so you have some risk that way, but ultimately you have a defined 68-cent risk. Lastly, let's talk headache factor. If you're in commercial storage, you don't have any price floor set, you probably don't have basis set, and then you have that storage cost. When do you sell? If the market's going up, when do you sell? If the market's going down, when do you sell? On the flip side, if you do the re-ownership method and you look at your brokerage account, what I can tell you is that typically with us, we look at if the market gets to a 50% return, probably take some of these calls off. If you double your money or get 100% return, scale out of another one. It's very formulaic, and there is a plan in place to reward these rallies and make these decisions. So let's wrap this thing up. How do you want to manage the bean risk? Do you want to do the store and ignore method? Do you want to take on the futures risk, the basis risk, storage costs, etc.? Or would you rather make the cash sales, be on board with March calls that's going to cover your South American weather season and handle your business that way? In our opinion, the board is more efficient and is more cost effective compared to commercial storage. And these are the types of decisions that you have to make as a business owner, a risk manager, and a farmer is where's the efficiency, your cost of capital, etc. And finally, what's your headache factor? Again, There's going to be headaches either way. Would you prefer to handle the headaches of commercial storage, physical bushels, basis, futures, etc., or would you prefer to handle the headaches of your hedge account with the up and down premium on your option? So for us, it's really a 3 to 1 when it comes to headache factor in that regard. So if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out to us. I got my email linked on here. We'll also have it down in the description. And we always appreciate you tuning in. We love to help you out on this. So again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. Hit the like button as always. We appreciate that, and so does YouTube. You guys have a great day.